When to eat fruits? When to eat fruits? Is it before food or after food or in between the food? So how to eat fruits? So usually when we go to any function, the fruits will be served along with the desserts, right? We usually have our full meals, then end with fruits, that too fruit salad. So that's a practice. And if you go to even our relatives place or friends place, this is what exactly happens. If no foods are there, just even banana they usually serve us. So today let us discuss about this. Before going to that, I will just tell you one my own experience, like why food is very very important. This it's been my 24 years of practice in Ayurveda, that in Bangalore. Around 15 years back, I still remember the whole thing so effectively, because that experiences was like that. One person came to me. He had come to attend one function at his relative's place, and he had a severe stomach ache. So when he came for the consultation, he even bought one letter from the doctor, and that letter was mentioned that he has severe abdominal pain, which is for unknown reason, and they were not able to identify. If it is severe, then he has to undergo, immediate surgery. After listening to the whole story, I asked him only one question: what do you usually have for a breakfast? And he told me he regularly have 5 oats for breakfast. And I didn't give him any medicines. I told him, you start having regular breakfast, a South Indian breakfast. He was from South India. Asked him to have a regular breakfast and asked him to meet me if he gets pain. Surprisingly, he didn't get pain afterwards. Today I'm sharing because today morning I was talking to one of the gym trainers, and I asked him casually, have you had your breakfast? And he said, yes, sir. What? Oats, sir. I asked him, do you eat oats regularly? He said, yes, sir. We all trainers eat oats regularly. Remember, oats not our food. It did not be consumed in a tropical region. It's not our staple food. It came from cold countries where they find difficult to defecate. The bowel movement requires extra push, and being in a tropical country, we don't need that. So complication of simple oats. Nowadays, every dietitian, every yoga practitioner, every person who wants to lose weight, and every person who is into gym training, they go for oats. Okay. Do you remember there was a television reality show long back? Its name was Raz. Remember? How many of you remember? Raz Pichale Janam Ka. How many of you remember? Just send me a message. Let me know. Because yes, you can raise your hand. Yes, that's a good thing. Okay. Who else? Raz Pichale Janam Ka. It was kind of a sensational and a very famous show where many celebrities they came on the screen, and one lady, she took them to past life, and they got into different experiences. Remember? How many of you remember? You can either message me or on your video and just raise your hand. No one. It was the only reality show in the whole globe which is based on the therapeutic past life regression therapy, or the concept of past life regression. On the stage, carried out by a lady called Dr. Trapti Jain. And the whole concept is created by another famous lady, a woman who is a filmmaker, a producer, a director, who has given many famous reality shows, famous TV serials, and feature films, documentaries, many things. I cannot explain, what all she does in just few sentences. And surprisingly, at the age of 50, she even did a trekking beyond Everest Base Camp. And with that, she had created a Guinness World Record. Extremely spiritually inclined, very humble, and extremely talented. My very best friend, Miss Shruti Anandita Varma. She's from Mumbai. Basically, she's not from Mumbai. She's now settled in Mumbai. She's from Munger, Bihar. And right now, she is with us as a special guest. We're really honored to have Shruti with us. So I welcome Shruti on the screen and want her to speak a little bit about her journey with me, her journey with herself, as well as inspire us, motivate us about the beautiful health and spiritual journey. Over to you, Shruti.
Thank you. Can you hear me, doctor?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much for the kind words. But today it's not about me, it's about you. So, I would want to just share this with everyone because, staying in Bombay, being a filmmaker, we actually have access to almost everything. I've had access to the best of doctors in Bombay. But once, and this is for everyone. So once my husband is also a filmmaker, and he has a very, very unusual lifestyle, no time frame, nothing, no discipline in terms of when he's shooting or when he's working. So suddenly once, he was not feeling too well and we got his blood sugar done. Casually, I got his blood sugar done and his blood sugar was more than 400. So we rushed him to the hospital, Ambani Hospital, which is the most famous hospital of Bombay. And the doctor there told me that nothing doing. He needs to be on insulin. And that's the only thing. And we would actually want to...
roti, ragi roti or sambar hai.
We would want
कुछ और लेना है,
we would want to hospitalize him to just keep an eye on what's happening with him. So I somehow I was not very happy with this entire thing, and I called up Dr. Sanjeev, on a like SOS thing. That doctor, my husband has got his medical reports and his blood sugar is shot like anything. He said, so what do you want to do? So I said, that's why I've called you up. He said, you have two things. If you trust me, then you'll have to do what I tell you to do. I said, I trust you, and that is why I've called you. Because I don't want him to go on insulin. Somehow, I was not very happy putting him on insulin. So he said, okay. And he gave a diet. And he said, forget whatever the doctors are saying. Put him on this diet. Very, very strictly, he needs to follow it. I said, I'll do everything. And I followed that diet. On the third day, without any special medication, his blood sugar was 128. On the fourth or fifth day, it was 112. And then henceforth, it was 110. This was actually only through diet control and a very strict discipline that doctor wanted him to follow. Not to eat after sunset, after 7 p.m. He put him on a foxtail millet for 1 month. After that, he shifted him to other millets and also a little bit of rice, little bit of roti. And obviously, like early morning, whatever he wanted him to do, his walks, 1 hour of 70 minutes of walk. So with my interaction with him on, he has been a very close friend, but my interaction with him on how he handled a medical condition is something that floored me completely. And even to this day, me and my husband, what he says is something that we don't even question. So that's my relationship with him.
About you, your journey, and inspire us because I know about all these things, but I want my friends to know about your Everest base camp trek, and tell about little about the show also, because it's a little exciting. Right?
Okay. So this is a show wherein we, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of lockdown, when everyone was indoors, we realized that, actually we were all indoors and all the animals, everyone were outdoors. They were having a gala time. They were happy. They were free. All the animals were free. The birds were, we could see parrots in Bombay that we had never seen. And we could see peacocks on the streets. And we realized that, we have really messed up with nature. And that is why nature is giving it back big time. So I conceived a show wherein we got in touch with 10 supermodels from 10 different countries of the world. And every supermodel, one supermodel represented one country. So we had 10 supermodels representing 10 countries. We got them to Lukla, which is on the, like, it's the starting point of someone wanting to climb the Everest. And from Lukla, we trekked for 19 days. Now, all these supermodels were generally like, these were very, very fit models in the age bracket of 20 to 24. And I was 50. So, again, I called up doctor and I told him that this is what I'm doing. He said, good. So I told him, what do I need to do? He said, whatever you need to be fit, which you are, in terms of food, be very particular with what you're eating and what you're not eating. And, don't worry. I know you'll be able to do it. And that's how that gave me the first motivation. Obviously, then I trained. My trainer told me that you need 6 months of training. I told him I just have 2 months. He said, you're 50. I said, so what? My mind is not. And he said, you'll have to really work very hard because you just have 2 months, you'll have to do 5 hours of training so that you build your capacity. I said, I'm ready to do that. So in the middle of the lockdown, when everyone was indoors, I, along with my team of 20 cameramen and assistants and everyone, we went to Nepal. From there, we picked up 10 supermodels from 10 different countries. We did an 18-day trek. And we went beyond the base to a place where no camera had ever gone before. No one had ever gone before. We went on a glacier, which is the biggest melting glacier in the world. And we did a ramp show on ice. That's where we created a Guinness record. And the idea was that basically the glacier is melting. And it is melting for real. When you see a lot of articles which says these are all bullshit, no, nothing is happening, people are just creating havoc and, nature is fine. But that was the thing that, in the middle of the lockdown, we went there, we told the world that the glacier is melting. And once this biggest piece of glacier melts, not only Nepal, parts of India, a huge part of India is going to wash away. So it was basically like a climate change call that, you have to be very careful because climate is changing and it's changing because of what we have done to nature. So that was the underlying thing. And it had a great social meaning and we completed the mission. So that was the show.
That's too good. At the age of 50, to reach that point, I know because I frequently travel to mountains. I go to high altitude. I know how difficult it is. It is not that much easy. Okay. So it's not only the height, it's not only the temperature, the condition, the whole, mountain area. It actually challenging. It doesn't allow us to explore its own territory.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for inspiring us with your,
my pleasure,
this journey. And I hope you'll be there with continuously till I finish my
yes
sessions. That's
of course.
great. Yeah. So I'll continue with my session now. Thank you so much. We're really honored to have you here. Okay, so continue with our today's topic. So whenever I started, posting any kind of information about Ayurveda or about yoga or about spirituality or ancient techniques, I just doesn't make a sentence, or I do not post it from copying from some other social media platform or some other place. So usually I want to give the authentic information to you, the knowledge or the wisdom actually shared by our ancient saints, the sadhus. Okay. So when I ask you this question, whether we need to eat fruit before or after or middle, and we all know that it's always we tend to eat after food. There is one ancient text is called as Harita Samhita. It says, Adau falani bunjita varjayitva tu karkati na naktam dadi bunjita bhojanardve na dhavanam. That means you can eat fruits only before food. Okay? All the fruits except mango and cucumber. This verse talks about cucumber. The mango has to be eaten after the food. Okay, so all other fruits we have to consume before food or an empty stomach. The next line it says nanaktam dhari bhunjita, means we shouldn't eat or consume curd post sunset. Then bhojanadve na dhavanam. That means we shouldn't move while having food, or in between we shouldn't get up and move here and there. We shouldn't eat or even drink water standing or keep moving. We have to sit in one place, preferably in sitting on the floor, and we should consume food. Got it? So I have answered your question. So you know how many of you voted for before food, how many of you voted for after food, and in between. Okay, follow this, because as I told you when I started my program, just one small mistake of consuming oats as a breakfast when you are living in tropical country, when temperature is more than 20 to 20, 24 degrees Celsius, then you should be very, very careful, because oats try to flush out, oats try to move the feces outside. Oats gives extra movement to our intestine. Oats helps for the bowel movement. And in a tropical country, we don't need it because we consume more water. Our intestine doesn't get shrunk because of the temperature. And when it's smoothly going out, you might have a constipation as a disease that you have to address the cause of the constipation, not the constipation. Otherwise, you shouldn't have oats regularly. It might injure your intestine or the intestinal muscles. Okay, so our food habits contributes more than 80% for our whole overall health. Not only physical health, even the normal mental health and emotional health also is being controlled by the food what we eat. Remember this. So when we do all those things, when we follow, we have to follow certain things to get maximum benefit of the food when we consume. Nowadays, if you go for a blood test, you usually come up with vitamin deficiency. It's usual now. Vitamin D, everyone have, isn't it? It is because we have a very bad food habit. Whatever we are consuming, it is not getting absorbed properly. The nourishment which is there in the food or vegetables or fruits is not getting absorbed properly because we are following wrong methods. Just imagine we had a full meal and then I go and eat fruit or fruit salad. What will happen? It will completely destroy the digestion. Okay. Mango, why one can eat? It will help for the digestion. Cucumber, it will help for the digestion. But all other food, all other fruits destroy it. And how to consume fruit? Whenever you consume fruit, you do not take mixed fruit. Okay, we have a practice. It's available in, I think, every cities nowadays. Okay, so especially the canteens or the food vendor near gym or spa, usually you find this they sell mixed fruit salad. Okay, it's a trend. We eat. Okay, we think that we are eating healthy food. See, every fruit has its own quality or its own potencies. So when we mix two fruits or more than two fruits, then it loses its complete health benefits. So it's always better to eat. If you are eating a mango, eat only mango. If you are eating grapes, eat only grapes. If you are eating papaya, eat only papaya. If you are eating orange, just eat orange. It applies even for the vegetable salad. Even when we are living in a tropical country, the vegetable salad shouldn't be consumed. Okay. Last session also I told you and I discussed about this. We being in a tropical country, we shouldn't eat anything which is uncooked, except there are a few things like cucumber we can eat, and tomato we can eat like that, not other things. If you are thinking about carrot, beetroot, all those things, we should not eat. It's Ayurveda says it, but apart from Ayurveda, science also says that. Scientific community, they say the same thing. Only cold country people, where the cold region, where the temperature is below 16 to 15 degree, only those people can consume raw vegetables or raw veg salad. Okay? Otherwise, no. It will definitely, it is harmful to the body. I will probably discuss it in our future classes, how and why it is harmful to the body. Okay. As Ms. Shruti Verma, she was talking about diabetes, right? She explained like how her husband, his name is Amitabh's uh, diabetes came to control. Next week I'll be talking about diabetes management or effective management of diabetes by Ayurvedic methods. I don't talk about medicines. I talk about how effectively you can manage diabetes. Next whole class I dedicate for it. If you think if any one of your friends or relatives, anyone needs it, invite them, let them hear it, let them completely learn this and practice this. If they practice it every day, they will start getting the result within a week. If they encounter diabetes recently, if it is not chronic, they will feel change in the body energy, their digestion, everything within 3 days of time. And when I say diabetic management, I do not ask anyone to starve or do fasting, or I'll ask them to eat less. No, I don't do that. Okay. And I even don't ask them to drink Karela juice. Okay. Or neem powder. No, no bitter decoctions, juices. No, nothing else. I'll teach the secret to manage diabetes very effectively. But by just me teaching will not help you. You have to follow it properly. Every instruction what I give has to be followed properly. Then only you will get result. So when Shruti madam was talking about this, I really felt it. Why can't I reveal the secret? Why can't I reveal the whole world? Let everyone get benefit out of it. No, pay me 199 rupees. I will give you a course. Pay me 999 rupees. No, nothing. It's absolutely free. I'll share everything, all the effective tools, how you can manage diabetes. Okay. So remember this, and you can definitely invite, call, bring as many as people you want. Let them get help from this. My chat box is open. You can write questions here. I will take even the questions you sent by Google form also. Then you can write here also. It's allowed. Okay. I think I have seen this question in even chat thread. I have rheumatoid arthritis and a present back pain. See, rheumatoid arthritis is a, please mute your mic. Rheumatoid arthritis is a autoimmune disorder. You have to understand this. And rheumatoid arthritis actually gives inflammation in the joints. And it is a progressive disorder. Remember this. Progressive disorder means it doesn't stop. Every days are important. Each and every days are important. Okay? Because every day it progresses to next level. Here, when we are treating rheumatoid arthritis or any autoimmune disorder, the first stage, what we do is we restrict its growth. Means we restrict its further growth. So once we restrict the further growth, then we will try to reverse it. There are some cases, complete reverse is not possible. But most of the cases, we can reverse it to the highest possible way. So when you have a back pain with rheumatoid arthritis, we have to check whether it's an inflammation or because of the age, you have sciatica or lumbar spondylosis. So please consult a doctor, or if anyone wants to meet me, either physically, you can come to my clinic. I'm based in Bangalore, in North Bengaluru, or else you can meet me over the video call. It is possible. Or else, if you find any Ayurveda Vaidya nearby your place, you can go and check. Make sure you are meeting, qualified Ayurveda Vaidya. It is treatable condition. I repeat, it is a treatable condition. Please meet some Vaidyas as early as possible. The next one, what should we do if someone have excess vitamin D? Is it vitamin D or vitamin B12? Okay, excess vitamin, usually your blood will become kind of a thick. Then you may lose kind of a muscle mass. That time it's always good to donate blood. That's the main thing. Second thing, exercise. Okay, exercise or walking about 70 to 80 minutes continuously so that we sweat. That is very, very important. Then go for 2 meals a day. Means morning, within 2.5 hours of sunrise, the first meal, and during sunset, second meal. If you follow these things, definitely this will come down, or else it has its own complications. Make sure you reduce it at least for 400 or less than 400. Can we mix Greek yogurt to the fruits? No. Then, okay. Is there any harm in having rice, vermicelli, or carbohydrate breakfast regularly? See, definitely not. You should understand. Remember, last time I had given example of potatoes, aloo, right? So we should know when to eat potato, where to eat potato. For example, if you go to mountain, the Himalayan mountains, 365 days they'll give you potatoes there, and it is okay to consume. They eat more rice there. You have to consume more rice. I visit Kailash almost every year. We actually advise people to eat more rice, more potato, more paneer, and more salt. These four will ask them to eat. So it is any food habit is a regional as well as seasonal. These two factors we have to understand. And after understanding this, only we can consume it. There is no harm if you are having more carbohydrate or carbohydrate rich breakfast. But when you're having carbohydrate rich breakfast and you are doing a desk work, you do not do much work, like physical work, and again in between you consume kind of a tea, coffee multiple times, then probably during the tea you eat some namkeens or biscuits or something. Then you have a good lunch, proper rotis or chawal or rice, whatever lunch. Then again you have around 4 o'clock again some snacks. Then again night you have this thing. Then you have to think about it. Okay. So the first one is regional and seasonal will help you to maintain the health. Your food habit and lifestyle also important there. The amount of food you consume, you have to able to digest it through your physical exercises or physical body movement or physical activities as well as the mental activities. Mental activities also contributes to digestion. It also increases the basic metabolic rate as well as it decrease. If you are stressed, it will decrease. If you are depression, it decreases. If you are anxiety, it decreases. Okay, basic metabolic rate comes down. That's the reason we see some people who are in depression, they put on weight, they suffer with obesity, and their eating habits will be very weird. They keep on eating continuously. Okay, because that create a fake hunger. I think last or previous sessions I even spoke about fake hunger. Okay, so we have to think about all those things. when we are having food, see, it is not difficult. Okay, don't think that what the doctor is telling, there are so many rules, so many regulations. No. You know what? My next sentence might make you feel a little rude or negative, but it's very, very important. Death has to be beautiful. And death defines the quality of life we live. Death actually defines our life, how we lived. Okay. How we should die? Happily, peacefully. We should, like, this kind of, we have to accept death, embrace death. It is not that we spend our last few weeks or months or years on the bed and beg for the God to come and take us. It shouldn't happen like that. So, to have a beautiful death, we should follow some simple techniques, simple rules we have to follow. Okay? What rules? To be healthy forever. To be healthy forever. Listen to this. To be healthy forever, 2 meals a day. At least, I'm not asking you to go to gym, go join some yogasana courses. No. 70 minutes walk. Okay? And go to the bed by 10 o'clock. Have a comfortable 7 hours deep sleep. This will keep you healthy. And this will keep you wealthy also. I explained this last session, right? How we can be wealthy because of healthy. So when we are eating, we have to follow simple rules. What? The one, regional and seasonal. Two, it has to be according to my body. Means when I'm eating some food, I should load to the body like how much I can, digest it, absorb it. You cannot pour 100 liters fuel to your car tank, right? Fuel tank. You cannot pour 20 liters or 30 liters of fuel to your bike fuel tank, isn't it? It has limits. So we should know if this is a vehicle, my body is a vehicle, I should know how much, which type of fuel I'll add, how I will run it, how I'll keep in a showroom condition. That is very important. Okay. When we keep it in a showroom condition, the resale value is very, very high. If you believe in rebirth, because I invited today guest, she's the one who made this past life regression therapy, famous in the whole India. Okay, so if you believe in rebirth, then make sure this vehicle, condition should be showroom condition, so that resale value means the next birth will be beautiful. Forget about that. This birth will be beautiful. This body leaves this world comfortably. That is very, very important. Okay. So how many of you tried or practicing my meditation technique which I taught you last session? Come on, answer me. Still remember or forgot? Can I ask everyone to switch on your video? Can I request everyone to switch on your video? Hello? Because I don't understand whether you're listening me or not. Dhaval said yes. How many of you practicing the 3 minutes of breathing meditation? Practicing? If you are practicing, let me know the benefits. Okay, so would you recommend? Okay, Pauline, okay. Would you recommend eating fruits regularly to a diabetic? Okay. Yes, I will recommend. I recommend eating fruits, seasonal fruits. A diabetic can have seasonal fruit. Okay, and how much? We should know how much to consume. So when I say, okay, seasonal fruit you can consume, now the mango season, you eat 10 mangoes in a day, tomorrow you will be in hospital. Dr. Sanjeev told, even diabetic can eat fruits. So 10 fruits, because These many years, doctor told that person to not to eat the mangoes. So at least for 10 years he hasn't eaten mango. So today he will eat 10 mangoes. Then they will sue me. Okay, it's not like that. When you eat fruits, see, it's like food. There is some quantity you have to follow, isn't it? You cannot. If you like milk, you will not drink 2 liters of milk continuously, right? Forget about 2 liters. If you drink half a liter, then you within 45 minutes you'll puke it or lose motion. You'll pass motion, isn't it? The same way, if you eat more mangoes, when I said eat mangoes, if you eat one mango is good. If you eat two mango, it's okay. If you eat three mangoes, then you will have a complications. Okay, remember this. It applies to every fruits. Okay, remember that. Not only fruits, any food. You know, you probably you all use this elaichi powder, right? Cardamom, to when you prepare food, when you prepare kheer, payasam, or any sweets, right? It's actually so tasty and its fragrance is too good, right? So do one thing, no? For one portion of payasam, put some 2 teaspoons of elaichi powder. Can you eat that? You can't eat it. It will become bitter and you start puking immediately. This is what our nature tells. This is what recipe tells us. The cultural or traditional culinary art, it talks about this. Even though it's so good, you can use little bit. Like that, you should know this body, how much it can digest. This body, how much it can get inside. Our body doesn't take 1 milligram extra. You know, in the first session, even I said this Sanskrit verse. Yatha pindande tatha brahmande, yatha brahmande tatha pindande. That's about our body is all similar to the universe, and universe is similar to our body. Our whole body has, equal to one whole universe. Got it? So when we consume anything, the body absorbs exactly how much it requires. Okay. Whatever it doesn't require, whatever it doesn't need, it'll throw it out. The way the ocean throws, whatever garbage we put into it. Do you know ocean doesn't keeps anything which it doesn't need? You throw anything within few minutes, it'll give it back to you or it'll throw outside. The body system is also made like that. Body will not take 1 milligram extra which when it doesn't require. Okay. When you give something more, it will try to store. When you spoil your whole system, when you fake your body, okay, means you have a fake hunger, you are consuming some health supplements, you are consuming something, then it will try to store it, assuming that it might require in the future. That's where we suffer with the obesity. Got it? Otherwise, it doesn't store. So when you consume something more which is not required, you will suffer with a loose motion or vomiting because body will throw it out, or it doesn't get digested. You will have indigestion. Then you will have a chronic diseases. Food plays very, very, very important role. You know, when you are awake in the night, when it crosses 12 o'clock, you feel like eating something, right? Usually we feel hungry. And we think that I am active, so my body needs food. It's wrong. When you eat food beyond 2 hours of sunset, body will not digest anything. Body will not take anything inside. So that's why we suffer with what? Deficiencies. Because we think that we are eating good food. We think that we are maintaining good food habit, but when are we eating? How are we eating? Can someone explain me how to eat? How humans should eat food? This is really good topic, huh? How one should eat food. Whoever wants to answer, you can just unmute yourself and answer. Method of eating food. or how a human consume food? It's a very simple question, right? Everyone, you people are eating, right? Tell me how to eat food. Quick, someone. Vikas, Reena, Shruti, Purnima, anyone can answer. Because I'm seeing only you people video.
I can
Yes.
try.
Yeah.
The position is important, the posture. So preferably sitting cross-legged and with the food in front, and mindfully, slow chewing, not too fast and not too slow. And yeah, that's what's on my
Okay.
mind.
Anyone wants to add something? If someone asks me how do you eat food, with hand to the mouth, right? I say that. Any others are there?
फर्स्ट प्रे करनी चाहिए.
Okay. Then
नीचे बैठ के खाना चाहिए, डाइनिंग टेबल पे नहीं. नीचे बैठे और छोटा खाने की थाली को भी थोड़ा आसन पे रखना चाहिए, एकदम नीचे नहीं. और फिर प्रे करके फिर जो हमारा फूड है वो खाना.
all of you agree with that we have to eat through mouth? There's no other place to eat other than mouth. Agree with me? If all of you are eating only by mouth, then you are suffering from malnutrition.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay, so basically, when we are eating, before it comes to the mouth, there are the other five senses that is involved. It's the eyes which sees the food. It's the nose which smells it. It's the what? There are three senses involved. So
No, there are five senses.
all
I will
okay,
explain it now.
okay, yeah.
That's really a good answer. Okay. We have to eat through the ears first. Nose second. We start eating from the ears first, then nose, then eyes, then fingers, then mouth. Okay. I'll explain you. I'll just take example of dosa. Is it okay for you? Okay, fine. You are sitting in living room and kitchen, the dosa is getting prepared. Okay. What is the sound you hear? Every food preparation has some sound,
Sizzling.
right?
It has a sizzling sound.
Sizzling sound. When you put the batter on that hot pan, that sound, isn't it? So now you know today, now, another few minutes, I'm having dosa. Agree with me? So your body, your brain calculates now in dosa, what are the nutrients I will get? Okay. Then to digest those nutrients or those, whatever the dosa batter contains, what are the enzymes required? Brain gives the instruction to those enzyme producing spots or glands that listen, another few minutes, this will be coming to you. You have to take care of it. Okay. The next, within few seconds after when the dosa is getting roasted, there is a confirmation. The same time, you might even get the smell of chutney or sambar or masala dosa's masala, the aloo ka masala. All right. Now there is a double confirmation is dosa only is coming, not idli, not roti. But you still do not know whether it is a masala dosa or plain dosa or onion dosa or rava dosa or neer dosa. You don't know. But you know you are getting dosa. Okay. So there's a confirmation happened. So there is a reassurance. Okay, done. Now you should be ready to attack. Okay. Next, the dosa is coming out from the kitchen. You are looking at it. or in front of your table, you are looking at it, and the eyes will give how thick the dosa is and what all it contains, whether it has sambar, it has chutney, it has some other preparations along with it. You will get the idea. And now I will tell you how to secrete now. The secretion starts. Okay. Then you touch. When you touch, you'll understand whether it's the soft or hard. Okay. How thick it is, how much heat it has, whether it's too much hot or less hot. So that do you remember when you use this cup, which is the Chinese clay cup, sometime without it doesn't get heated, right? You just take the tea to your lips and you burn your lips or tongue, isn't it? Because you are not prepared. Our tongue can take hot or cold things when you're prepared. So our finger sends the message to all these organs. Okay, this much heat you have to sustain. So when you are eating, your tongues are already set to take that heat. How much I have to chew? How much quantity saliva has to be produced? In a mixer grinder, when you use it, you know how much water you have to mix to grind it, right? Isn't it? So here also it should happen. By the time you put your food in your oral cavity, all those enzymes, all those digestive juices should be present in the stomach. And the beauty of this, all your cells knows after 2 hours what are the nutrients I'm going to get and how I need to process it. See here, cells knows it exactly what I am getting and how I have to process it, where I have to use it, which part I have to send it, whether my hands require this, my eyes require this, my leg, everything is so neatly planned, ready. And when you consume it, you get all the benefit. Okay? I am watching a horror movie in my laptop or television. I don't know what is happening in the kitchen. Someone prepared something to me. I don't know how much I'll eat. Whether I eat 1 dosa or 10 dosa, I don't know because I haven't calculated anything here. I have not seen the size. I have not felt the size. So I don't know how much dosa I eat. And someone gave me the plate, the full of some 2-3 dosas. I don't know how much hot it is. I don't know what it contains. I'm completely into the that screen. Some horror movie or some fighting is happening. My whole mind, emotions are involved there. And in my hand, I'm holding the plate and I'm eating like this. And the food goes in. Into I got a call the mobile, I take it, I talk, I do I exercise all my things around me, whatever is happening. I don't know how much dosa I ate, whether I ate masala dosa or rava dosa or rava masala dosa or onion dosa or meat dosa, I don't know. And how many dosas I consumed, I don't know because I didn't know how many dosas I needed. And my enzymes they are happy in their holidays. They're gone for the vacations because they don't have any work. What will happen to me? Why nowadays more suffering? Why nowadays diabetes is high? Why nowadays cardiac issues are high? Why nowadays mental issues are high? I was actually reading one of the oldest book on psychology. I forgot the name also. There they mention Eastern countries the psychology was not developed because he said Eastern countries never needed a psychology as a topic, as a tools, as a science to learn because Eastern countries lifestyle itself is a therapeutic. Eastern countries, the whole journey of life is therapeutic. Eastern country, even though they do not have money to enjoy food to eat, they never, died with a suicide. Not now, I'm talking about 50 years back. Now psychology is one of the, most lucrative job in India, because we lost our culture, because we didn't want to follow our own thing, because we were so influenced with the Western thing, and we think that whatever they follow is the right one. No, it's wrong. We lost our own heritage, we lost our own culture, we lost our own tradition, and we are paying a price for it. India has the highest number of diabetic patients in the world, globe. India has the highest number of obesity patients. India has the highest number of cardiac patients. Why? Because we just lost everything. And when I say something, when I say this is wrong, come back, they say, no, we can't follow it. Recently, one of my patients was telling, if I don't do all those things, then what is the fun in living? Why to live? I said, you have to live because life is beautiful. Live beautifully. Indulgence is not good. Indulgence will spoil your health, spoil your life. Okay? Practice everything in moderation. I have the kids come to me, and the parents always force me to tell them diet. I never tell them diet. I never ask any kids to come out of pizza, burger, pasta, or chats. I make them listen that what is good in that, what is not good in that. And I'll ask them, whenever you feel like eating, eat, but do not eat it regularly, because we have to satisfy our emotions also. We get influenced by many things. I do not want you to suppress. Same time, satisfy your emotion, but not by indulging into it. Just touch it. You are falling in love with tiger. You will not go in front of it and stand, right? You love snakes. You will not hug it, right? Isn't it? You express it. At the same time, when something is tempting you in the food, which you know that it's bad for your health, taste once. That's enough. Or once in probably a year, want to eat and have it. I'm not asking you to stop anything. Life is beautiful. Make it more beautiful. Enjoy every bit of your moments. Till in my whole life, whole practice, I have not asked single person to stop smoking, stop consuming alcohol. Forget about fast food. Okay, I never ask. I just give them a knowledge about pros and cons, and you take a decision. You are the captain of your own ship. This is a ship, and have a beautiful life. I hope you enjoyed this session. I'm so happy Shruti is with us. Okay, and she's a live example, right? Where Amitabh also very close to me, her husband, and he followed it so nicely, and the sugar just came down, and we have another. She's again, happy with me that her own friend's daughter, she got cured with some hormonal disorder. It's a live example. Okay,
Yeah.
everything is reversible. I know how much panic she was when she came to know about her friend's daughter, and even that girl's father. He was so, in the panic condition. But now she's recovering. It is possible, but make sure it is not too late. Make sure you don't contribute too much into the bad lifestyle. Then everything is possible. If you think it's possible, it is possible. Okay. Remember, next week I'm going to reveal secret about diabetes, and make sure that you spread this message to your friends, bring them on the platform, let them learn. I personally take care of them, and I'll help them to come out of it. This is my promise. Okay. Next week, I'll dedicate the whole session for diabetes. And if anyone has any question on diabetes, ask me. We will not dilute the whole thing. Okay. Make sure you ask question on the topic diabetes. I'll talk about it. And same time, I'll reveal the secret. Be with me. We'll see you again next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Thank you so much. And please write your feedback on chat box or WhatsApp group. I would love to hear from you. Okay, thank you. Shruti, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, doctor.